We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Welcome everybody to SCSRA Broadcasting tonight's series, the Devs Sports Cards Next Gen Series. 100 laps here at Indianapolis, one stage, going to be lap 30. Tonight's sponsor, as you guys saw, is going to be Dev Sports Cards for the Dev Sports Cards 100, as that's how many laps we'll be turning. Right now, qualifying is underway. Got Duvendak in the booth, but I think he's still out there qualifying. And
P1, baby.
There you go. I see you out there, P1. And, of course, old Tony Starch in the booth. But with just about 6 minutes to go, let's head off to our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the USRA. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the USRA. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the home of the
All right, 2.5 minutes left of qualifying right now. I moved my monitor to the right, and that is not helping Tony Starch, because every time I look at it, his head goes backwards, so you're a little confused over there. But, alright, dude, 100 laps. How'd practice feel?
Practice I started off felt like it was the track was really good, and then it looks like it heated up throughout the session, and the car started to get tighter as the the session went on, so it'll be interesting to see. We're starting off here with a track temp of 114. I'm not sure if they have the track conditions reset with each session from practice to qualifying to the race, but if it stays the way that it was at the end of practice, I'm expecting it to be a little tight here at the beginning. So,
Well, and I do believe it will advance the new dynamic weather, so we're going to have to keep an eye on it. I've got the weather up here in the booth, and I know you got the weather down there, so as we're driving, that should you should be able to maintain that. We'll figure out what goes on with it. Definitely going to want to see a cooler track, though, as the car seemed to be handling better when it was cooler. It looks a little cloudy there in Indianapolis, so little overcast. Maybe the rain will stay away.
Well, let's hope, but I think that overcast will help with the track conditions a little bit. The air temp is only a 67, so that's pretty cool. And then the track temp's up to 114, so the sun's definitely beating down on the track, making it hot and slick early on, and then tightens up pretty quickly. So.
Well, and I would expect it to cool off as we go. We'll see. We'll monitor it, and we'll keep you posted as we progress 100 laps. But 38 seconds left in qualifying, and it does look like we still have Mr. Kevin Graham out there heating up that motion rig, and looks like Devin Butchino just coming out. We're just finishing, so he is now in. And 20 seconds to go. Last week, pretty big run for one driver, and he's able to maintain that points lead. I do not have the current points logo going, but what I do have is the actual points up. And Butchino still your points leader, followed by now Junior, Hartney, David Wright, Eddie Morris, Brett Merle, Duvendak, Prevolt, Gomes, Hall, Kevin Graham, and Sharn Hill. So Sharn been in the booth back-to-back weeks. He said, I'd like to make it 3. We'll see if he's able to get that done. As these guys start the grid, we'll head to the most famous words.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, Duve. Well, we're back. The engines are started. What's the interesting thing about tonight?
It sounds like from word here is that they bumped the pace speed up to 85 mile an hour. So our pace laps here in the caution are going to go fairly quick. But we'll also have to watch how drivers could do that under caution, because 85 mile an hour is pretty quick under caution. So it'll be interesting to see with restarts and getting a pack caught back up after pit stops and stuff, how that's going to play a role into it all.
Well, and the one thing you're not going to want to happen there is drivers moving a little bit too fast and coming in even hotter, and collisions happening under caution. But right now, we'll take a look at our grid. Trey Spears, Eddie Morris, row 1. Butchino, McCarty, row 2. Josh Hall, Duvendak, row 3. Fox and Gomes. Garrett Fox and Brett Merle. Kevin Graham and Junior. Sharn Hill, Riley Gomes. Michael Prevolt. Tim Likens, Prevolt, rocking a special paint. Matt Allen, Charles Balenciaga. Salvati, McCarty. Likens and Tidhoff. Brad Young, Cody Bullock. Mr. D. Wright, Mr. Joe Wright, we got brothers. Carlton Charles, stay off the phone tonight, please. Cody Atchley. Mr. David Hartney also rocking a special paint. And Jay Vaught. And that is going to complete our row and our gridding. We'll get our ticker up. Trey Spears going to be your leader. Eddie Morris, right where he wants to be, sitting on that high side. And you can see pace car already away. They got through that 2.5 miles extremely quick with that 85 mile an hour caution speed, and we are green for the first time tonight. Dev Sports Cards Next Gen Series has officially hit halfway. And you see Eddie Morris already in that high line trying to find a groove. He's trying to clear Mr. Trey Spears, and he does. He's going to drop down in front of him. Eddie Morris quick to the lead. Trey Spears now a little bit slower as it looks like Butchino's going to make a move. He's going to come to the bottom side, try to get past Spears. Will he be able to clear? Will Trey be able to hold him off? You see Duvendak rocking that old paint scheme as he's so used to driving a Chevy, and the SCSRA is part of the Ford series. And, well, here he is back in his baby blue. So maybe to bring him a little bit of luck tonight.
Well, we can only hope. Last 2 weeks have been kind of rough for me. So.
It's been rough as you're trying to work right now to get past that 4 of Jake McCarty. McCarty out there to your high side. In front of him, you got Josh Hall. Butchino still not able to get past Spears. Eddie Morris starting to drive off a little bit. He's already got a 1-second gap. I think he's okay with them racing in the back. Spears now with a big run. He's starting to separate. Gets to a second in front of Devin Butchino. Duvendak able to get past Jake McCarty and Josh Hall. He moves into 4th place as he's going to ride with Devin Butchino. Now, not only we have track temperature, as we have a yellow, our first caution of the night.
It looked like it was near the back of the pack, so.
It might have been, maybe Joe Wright there. I'm not sure where that one came from. We're going to take a look, but Joe Wright definitely dropping back.
Yeah, looks like Cody Bullocks might be the cause of that one on one car.
And we will find Mr. Bullock as we'll rewind it. Well, maybe. Cody may have already... There it is. As it looks like the one may have gone into tow mode. And you can see Cody just comes up, taps the wall, comes right back on down, and collects the 27 with them. And that's going to be Carlton Charles. So, Bullock looked like he may have had to tow in. We'll keep an eye on these fast repairs right now. Well, Bullock did not tow. He's still under his own power. As they're going to work to try to catch up to each other, 85 miles an hour, and it's pretty quick. As looks like the whole field coming into pit. Will someone stay out?
No, no one's going to stay out.
I can't see it, right? You got to come in and take that gas and... And we've got the iconic brick cam over here. As it looks like Duvendak, quick on pit road.
So quick, I didn't even go.
Nobody's going to stay out.
And we got about 5 of us.
You
5
got
or 6 of
5.
us.
And you know what? You got Jake McCarty, you got James Fox, Riley Gomes, Max McCarty, and Jay Vaught all opting to stay out. The rest of the field goes in. Cody Bullock did use his fast repair. It looks like Carlton okay, able to fix the damage. He did not have to use it. So we'll take it. I know he's happy about that as he got collected. Bullock going to have to be careful the rest of the race as using your fast repair in the first 5 laps, probably not ideal. Remember, SCSRA over at the Next Gen Series is going to run the Tammy Strong banner for the remainder of the season. And with 1 lap, we're coming to 1 to go, we're going to head to our first and quick commercial from Dev Sports Cards, tonight's race sponsor. And during that commercial break, me and Rob up here talking, and that 85 mile an hour is coming into play. As you can see, Balenciaga, Bullock Jr., and Mr. D. Wright all trying to catch the back of the pack, and they are just going to get there as they exit out of 4, as the pace car is going to dive off. And Duvendak read the messages today. Hey, leader can go. And there he goes, right to the lead. He's going to take advantage of it as there is no restart zone at Indy. And that is going to be our second green of the night. Remember, our stage is going to be at lap 30. Duvendak right now out there in front of James Fox. Jake McCarty's going to be 3rd. Riley Gomes 4th. And Jay Vaught is, well, he was 5th. Eddie Morris just took that position. They're battling back there. But those top 6 drivers, they are on the 7-lap stint. Everybody else did go in and pit. And it looks like Joe and David Hartney may have actually entered the pits twice, and that's why, at least for Joe, he was trying to play catch-up under that 85 mile an hour. As we're going to get out of TV3 because I don't think anybody wants to take a look at our trees tonight. Ryan Gomes Still looking for that big win. Currently riding 13th. Sitting back there with Dev. That Cat 5.5. It's been there a lot, just not able to bring it home. And right now he's got the 127 of Matt Allen. And Brett Merle running him down. But, moving through the pack, he's up to 11th. Trying to hunt down Kevin Graham.
He can just stay back there. That's okay.
Well, you might be doing that Pit Viper. We know he likes to save the tires, and you know what? He does have some fresh ones. Well, he might just have gas. I don't think he wasted some tires this early. Remember, only one driver having used a fast repair, and that'd be Cody Bullock. And he claimed that incident, one more incident, and he'll be parked. So, Cody trying to keep the car clean, and 90 laps to go. So, a lot of time. So, some stress back there for the one, as he's currently riding 29th. Duvendak picking up his average pace. He's almost a tenth faster. Currently 7/10 in front of James Fox, and he maintains the lead. You can see drivers being pretty patient, riding down these stretches single file. I think they're okay with that, playing the wind. I know there was a little bit of issues in practice where it almost looked like spoilers were breaking cars loose 2 cars back. So, 2 cars in front, I should say.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it's happening. Usually it's the car behind when you kind of come across their nose a little bit. That car behind you will get a little bit loose, or I should say tight, off the turns. But it was almost like the car behind was making the car in front loose because it was taking air out the spoiler, and it was just causing you to kind of break the tail end out off of 4 and 2 there.
Well, I'd ask you how that felt right now, but I think your lead is big enough, being up there 7/10. You're not really being affected. But middle of the pack, we're going to have another caution. It's going to come out. There it is, as we saw that one happening. And we are going to rewind into it. As, looks like Max McCarty and Tim Likens, both with some major damage. May have actually been some meatballs. And we saw it happen as they were coming across. And our second caution of the night. Let's roll it slow. See McCarty and Likens both just making a little bit of contact there. And collects. But both currently with meatballs, so they are going to have to head to the pit and get it all cleaned up. Both of them took huge nose shots, and you can see the wreck behind. And cars trying to get through. We got cars backwards. And that's going to bring out our second caution. Well, Duvendak going to maintain this lead?
Well, it gets interesting here, and I say interesting a lot, but it really does, because now we are kind of right at that borderline of making it in 2 stops from here. So we'll have to, well, I guess it's a little bit out of the fuel window, but with only 4 sets of tires, we went 12 laps there. A lot of guys in that first stop, it looks like, just took fuel. So we'll have to see how many people have decided to use tires here.
It is, will you have some company joining you? I think that might be the case. We'll see. Will we head to the pits this time and try to get that top off? And here we go. And already the field kind of splitting. Ooh, Eddie Morris pulling the fake. Josh Hall, Butchino pulling the fake. They're going to stay out. I would think most of these guys on that 13-lap stint are going to opt in. They're going to take that gas, and we'll see if anybody opts to take some tires here. Oh, we've got one taking tires. That's going to be the 14. And that's going to be Tim Likens, who also, I believe, had to come in and did use that fast repair. So he already had to come into the pit. He had to clear the meatball. Might as well take the tires, take some gas, take the whole fresh car, and out Mr. Likens comes. James Fox stayed out. He is your current leader. And with that, we'll head to our caution sponsor because we are 14 laps in on our second caution. This could get tricky. Let's go hear from Sunbelt.
It's not very often you find a job where you look forward to coming to work every day.
The equipment rental specialist is a great way to start your career here at Sunbelt. You're the face of the branch, that first person that's going to give that customer that top-notch experience.
The everyday life as an ERS is never the same. Working with outside sales reps, job site visits, taking in a lot of phone calls. So being an ERS gives you a great opportunity to work in every aspect of the business.
When a customer gives me a call, I talk with them, find out what it is they're doing. If they're going to have a delivery, ask for their address, get the information they need, how long do you need it for. Whenever they're done with it, they give me a call. I schedule a pickup and service it and send it right back out to the next customer.
We work with anything as big as like excavators, skid steers, to generators, chainsaws. I get a huge satisfaction of just seeing the equipment and contributing to projects.
Once you become an ERS, doors are open for you and you can almost do anything in the company. I was able to learn. That allowed me to become an outside sales rep.
The opportunities are endless, and Sunbelt really promotes from within, so it makes it a great company to work for.
Sunbelt offers a great support system. If there's ever anything you don't know, everybody you work with is willing to help you.
The training we get here is phenomenal. Everyone here is just wanting you to be your best and always helping you learn.
When starting, they were able to help me get familiarized with the equipment and making the transition from my previous role to this role. I was able to make that smooth transition.
An equipment rental specialist allowed me to propel to the position that I am today as an assistant manager, and that just shows how the opportunities are endless.
Sunbelt is really for the employees. There's something for everybody in Sunbelt.
And Sunbelt Rentals, our caution sponsor, taking all the time as these guys coming out of 4. They will go green this time around. We've had 2 cautions, I believe 3 fast repairs used. Definitely some damage occurred. And right now the 58 of James Fox, he does not want Eddie Morris to stay side by side. He's going to take advantage of the no restart zone and get on out of there. Try to jump into the lead. Eddie Morris, though, quick to his outside. Jay Vaught riding to the inside. As you can see, 2x2 the most of the way. A little 3-wide action, quickly closed as they jump back into 2. They do not want to enter the turn. 3 wide, that would, I think, be a little terrifying right now. As they have another 14 laps to go for stage, so 15 laps to go actually. A little bit of contact there. It looked like Jay Vaught, Trey Spears. A little bit of contact, a little bit of door action. Spears hanging on that bottom line. He's going to put it 3 wide. Nope. Dives back in behind James Fox. Allows Eddie Morris to get out there in the lead. Morris to the lead. Fox falls in. Then Spears. Butchino taking a big run on the outside, trying to get past as many cars as he can. You see Trey Spears poking back out. He's looking to get past James Fox. And he does. He clears, comes on up. Back there in 5th, you've got that Nickelodeon slime time. Riley Gomes making his way into the top 5. Devin Butchino, though, definitely took advantage of that huge run on the backstretch, and he is currently up to 6th. So Morris right now out in front, about a half a second. And we're just going to show off, Eddie. We are not in Indy cars, my friend. We are not in Indy cars. He might be doing a little serpentine action. He did a little baby one. We'll see if that improves. We've seen that before. And we'll see how many drivers try to follow him and try to keep control of this cars. Will Eddie do it again? No, this time he's going to keep it straight down there. Definitely trying to take the any advantage away from Spears and break that bubble between them. And it may be working as Eddie now 9/10 ahead of Trey Spears. Duvendak, who did pit, already back to 14th. Oh, we got one in the grass. Trouble around Butchino, but they're able to keep it straight. Riley Gomes up to 3rd. He's right to the back bumper of Trey Spears. Well, back there with Rob and Josh Hall, there is some congestion going on. This car is taking up a lot of that track and not a lot of areas to move and maneuver around them. David Hartney cracks into the top 10. And now Brett Murrell cracks the top 10 as he passes David Hartney. I know Devin is going to be looking for a long run. He's climbed his way back up to 6th. How long will he ride in the back? As we once again start fanning out on the front stretch. These long straightaways are allowing great opportunities for these guys to make some moves. Oh, Butchino gets doored. And that might have been contact between him and Jay Vaught. And Jay Vaught may have just hit a wall. I do believe, because he slowed way down as you see Duvendak ducking and weaving in between traffic. He's trying to get up to Devin Butchino. Butchino trying to run down the Cat 5-5 of Ryan Gomes. And Gomes trying to crack the top 5 and pass Sharn Hill. Sharn wants to be here for the 3rd week in the row. You see it. They exit single file, and the minute they get a chance, they start fanning to try to make any ground they can on these big straightaways. And if you're Eddie Morris, you're okay with it, as you've got your lead right now, a 2.5 seconds. And the caution.
Another caution.
Is out. Oh, Kevin Graham, were you involved? Oh, we got one spinning back there. And that is unfortunate because that is the one involved again. Not quite sure. He's disappearing on the infield. I don't think the one caused this one.
It sounded like it might have been the 95 of Michael Prevolt. So
I believe Prevolt just breaks loose, and Well, the 58 is now sideways. And here it is. We'll go in to our far chase with Mr. Prevolt. As you can see, he comes in way hot. 58 comes down at the same time. 58 just explodes, and that is going to be James Fox who takes the bulk of the damage. And then what happens to the 1 is I believe he's trying to check up. And he's trying to go down, and the 58 just comes on down in front of him. Billy Tithoff with great avoidance gets a little luck there, and sometimes what it takes is he's able to keep it clean. As Trey Spears trying to run Eddie Morris. Eddie Morris was really starting to gap there. He did not want to see that caution. Doing a little bit of serpentine action. Just a little one. And we'll see if anyone has to use any fast repairs. I don't see... Yep, James Fox with a meatball as he took the brunt of that damage to the nose of that 58. I believe that's going to cause him to use a fast repair. McCarty had to use his. Ryan Likens used his. Well, Cody Bullock, how much damage will he be able to get in and out of the pits? Cody right now currently sitting in the box. And we'll keep an eye right now, 18 seconds. So he's trying to assess the damage. Does not have a fast repair, so he's really going to have to account for a good pit crew here. As, man, almost didn't get that 4 tire in the box. Almost too far right. The worst thing you can have when you pull in your pit box and the spotter screaming at you.
Well, we're going to have about a 5-lap shootout here for stage.
We are in the top 10 pretty quick. Let's look at your stint, though. Ooh, did it pay off? Duvendak and McCarty. McCarty just out of the top 10 at 11. Duvendak sitting at 8th. Tires, about 9 laps fresher. Some of those laps under caution. How much will it play?
You know, I didn't really feel too much of an advantage there on the tires on that run, so I'm not sure if 9-lap fresher is going to do too much here with how tight the track has gotten right now, so we'll just have to see how this plays out. Hopefully we can go green all 5 laps, and we'll find out.
Well, the track temperature currently 120 degrees. Still a cool 68. As these guys starting to get to their 1 to go. No times for commercials as they are already entering the back. And you can see 85 mile an hour, the 58 and the 1 barely get out. In fact, I believe the 58 is going to be a lap down now. Get a couple lap cars, a couple of them down. But you can see the 58 and the 1, they are trying to catch up. They are way in the back. $85 mile an hour is pretty quick, especially when you're trying to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I almost feel like we're squealing tires on pace laps.
Well, it looks like the 82 may still be on pit road, and he is. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with Joe.
I believe he was the lucky dog, got the waiver on there, so I think he's trying to catch back up and also get in the pits in time.
Well, he was, and he's exiting, and he better go, because here they come. Is the pace car going to go off? Well, that was a pretty big risk, taking that pit there. Especially with another... Oh, we got trouble on the restart! Looks like Trey Spears might have broke loose. Duveneck going for a ride, and everybody somehow avoids you. What in the world just happened? I look up and I see you sideways. And that's going to start up here with Trey Spears. For sure, it looked like, I don't know if he got bumped or... We'll start with the 3. As they go, remember, no restart zone. Trey Spears looks like he just kind of broke loose, creating a huge checkup. Duveneck takes a little bit of damage on the front end. Oh, we've got the 84. That's a Wright brother. He's taking damage of the front end and the rear end as he comes back around. And it is just going to pile up the field. There's nowhere to go. And I think the safest position there
was the leader.
Was Eddie Morris. I believe, let's see, did Riley Gomes even make it out of here? Here's Eddie Morris. We'll ride with them. Riley Gomes right behind him. Eddie gets a huge jump here. And yes, the only 2 cars that aren't affected by this, Eddie Morris and Riley Gomes, as they just kind of drive off in the sunset. Huge caution. And that's going to bring us to what, 29 by the time we go green? You will have
it's going to be tight here.
You're going to have to let us know. Will we have that shootout or will we call the stage? It's going to be close. You've got the radio. As Eddie Morris checks up for the pace car. And he's going to come in and pit. And I believe that's going to move the 99 to the front. It is. The car don't look pretty on that right-hand side, but I'll tell you what. It's functional, right?
And not sure if that was stage or not. So if that was stage, then I'm in trouble. But
yeah, I definitely don't think you want to stay out if it's stage. But you're out there now. Not a whole lot you can do. And I believe we are going to have that shootout. With that, let us head to commercial. All right, and that was our SCSRA live show. Commercial is that'd be old David Hartney on Thursday nights. And that was the stage, so Eddie Morris going to be the stage winner. I believe that's going to put the 3 in second and Riley Gomes in 4th. And that's about what I remember.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious how they're going to rule that with the cars wrecking and everything, where they freeze the field for.
It is definitely going to make a jumbled mess, but hey, we'll take that stage instead of cautioning in 1 lap. I will take it. Oh, about time. Cheese, don't be getting in trouble at work watching the race. Carlton, just get off the phone. You're not allowed to message. You're riding 14th right now. You got a job to do. 32 laps to go. We busy. as we will get off the rear chasing camera and get us back into TV time. As once again, pace car going away. Duvendak looking to get things started. Did not pit there. I think that stage got called a little later than you'd like, and you were already passed. You opted to stay out. Car's got a little bit of damage, but to the lead you go. Tim Likens looking to make up some ground. He's currently second. Devin Butchino currently third. Tithoff fourth. Cody Bullock fifth. Hartney in sixth. Pervolt seventh. Josh Hall eighth. Eddie Morris now eighth. Josh Hall ninth. Riley Gomes rounds out the top 10. And Duvendak back to the lead. He's going to sit there. Looks like they're kind of opting just to ride behind you a little bit. We'll see how long Devin opts to stay there in third. He's closed that gap a little bit. Likens riding close to your bumper.
Yeah, the damage is definitely a handful on this car right now, so it's making it tough to drive.
I was just going to ask you, you did take that damage on that last restart, did not get it fixed. How's it feeling? Well,
all over.
all over the place, as looks like Devin Butchino looking to get past you. Well, he's going to take second. How long until he opts to go around the 99? Will he try to push him here? Even Butchino looks like long pit times. Josh Hall with an incredible 5.7.
I know I called the stage early there, but I'm going to count that as a stage win for myself.
and kind of a stage loss all at the same time, as that car really rattling around this track. Devin Butchino to the lead. These guys did come in. Well, Butchino looks like he's on his 7-lap stint, so I believe he went 2 cautions ago. As you can see, those Cancer Sucks cars, and that's going to be Mr. Hartney and Mr. Pervolt, rocking those identical paint schemes. Garrett Fox sets the fastest lap of the session, 52.69. And he does that while getting to 9th place. How hard will Hartney try to push this car? Will he just try to maintain with Dev? Will he try to make up some ground, possibly get past him? I mean, after last week, I'm pretty sure David Hartney has studied Devin Butchino. He knew a lot about what he was going to do. And Hartney, I guess he's going to push it as he sets the fastest lap of the session at a 52.503. So, just as we were saying it, that Cancer Sucks Ford Mustang trying to run down Devin Butchino. This is kind of playing out for par for the course on the season. These guys have either opted to get all their cautions out of the way early or hold it all to the end. There has not been too many races where it's been a caution fest over and over. And let's hope they got them all out of the way and we go on a long run here as David Hartney in that 43 Ford Mustang gets past Devin Butchino and to the lead. Oh, Riley Gomes. Just as I get the camera on him, Riley Gomes doors Duvendak. Duvendak comes up into Josh Hall, able to not take Josh Hall out. And we stay green.
Well, that was exciting and fun.
A little door. Able to keep it going. That damage definitely pulling a little bit of drag on that car as you fall in 8 positions. I know at this point you are going to be looking for a caution to get some repairs going. Looks like Jake McCarty, he's able to get past you. Cody Bullock riding behind you. You got Kevin Graham, Sharon Hill all the way back to 15th. He wants to get up in the booth. He's got some work to do. Talked to him last week, said he had never really ran here and had to go turn some laps. And we'll see if the practice paid off. And car is really coming up into that wall pretty hard. Almost touching it a little bit. Got to be careful they don't snap loose there. As Hartney sets the fastest lap once again. This time from the lead. He's 52.271. So 0.2 off his previous fastest lap. We'll take this opportunity. Let's look at the teams. It is Neon, all up in front. As Eddie Morris able to climb into third. Patriot Sim, Family Tradition, Scolded Dog, Trackside. And Trackside riding, you got teammates at Tithoff and Hall. And then a slew of M&M. And then our broadcasting team back here in 12th.
Surviving. That's what we're trying to do here. Survive.
That's it. That is it. At this point, that's all you can do. Tithoff with Prevolt and Junior in tow. And Trey Spears kind of back here by himself. Did have to use his fast repair after that restart. David Hartney, 1 second lead. Out here kind of by himself. Butchino looking to run him down. And then it's Eddie Morris and Garrett Fox. So 4th place right now. 3.5 seconds behind our leader. Take a look at round out our top 5. 6 seconds behind David Hartney. So this field really starting to separate. They've been pretty bunched together. We've seen a lot of side-by-side in the turns. And you are not seeing that right.
Pounded in the inside of the wall off 4 here.
Oh, that looks like Billy. Oh, was that Junior? Might have been Junior going into the wall. Nope, it was Billy Tithoff going into the wall. The caution is out, and Duvendak needed that. Billy Tithoff. It looked like Junior's car for a second. They run the same colors. Well, Junior's now in a purple car, but Junior's old car.
Yeah, it looks like he might have just got tied off the turn there. Taps the outside wall, and at that point, had trouble saving it from going back to the inside wall.
Oh, and he doors the inside. The bumper comes off. And there's no safety barrels out there. That's all wall. We'll look to see if Tithoff has to use a fast repair. As his car is crabbing, you can see the damage on it. He may lose this car again. You can see he's really fighting this car as he's broke something. Cannot keep it straight, trying to keep it off the track. And it keeps trying to climb back in. Drivers beware. Billy cannot control his car right now as he's in the infield.
He is all over the place right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
He has no control of it, and you can see the field really just checking up right now. They do not want to go past him. He hit that inside wall extremely hard. I'm sure he broke some linkage. He needs to call the Balenciaga. He knows a guy. That was last week's race. And finally, it looks like he's going to be able to get it down there on the entry road. A little bit of chaos. A little bit more excitement than anybody actually wanted to see there as, whoa, still not able to keep it down.
That 85-mile-an-hour pit speed or pace speed, you can see is affecting him trying to keep up.
Yeah, he is not having a good time. He is going to make it in. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss the box on this entries. We're going to watch him. I see an instant fast repair in his future. And just like that, we'll put all the bumpers back on. We'll change the tires, and Billy's good to go. Mr. Garrett Fox, he pit. But with a 7.2, looks like he opted just to take a little bit of gas here and no tires. And Garrett going to be our new leader. We'll go check with the 99 as he's still trying to repair.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes, so I'm out here banging on the fenders with a hammer right now.
3 minutes off some restart damage, and that is going to slow the night down. 85 mile an hour. You're going to have to be careful here.
I'm hitting it as hard and as fast as I can right now.
Get a ball peen. More ball peen. So Garrett Fox going to start on the bottom. And it looks like Trey Spears, he's going to take the wave around here as he is in front of Garrett Fox. He'll get past the pace car, and that should bring him back. I believe that takes Trey Spears to 1 lap down.
And that is correct.
So still a lap down. Still have 23 cars on the lead lap. 4, 1 lap down. Max McCarty, 2 laps down. And Brock Salvati, he's 7 laps down. Not sure if Brock is still, let's see. I believe he is done for the night. Yep, looks like Brock may have had enough of the Indy Oval. So 28 cars still out here. Pretty good sized field, and everybody coming back together. Let's see, you see the 99 and the 11 both trying to repair those damaged cars without the fast repairs, and they're going to get there right in the nick of time, I think. It is going to be close. Trey Spears also trying to run down this pack. Pace car off. Garrett Fox, Devin Butchino. Garrett Fox gonna take the early jump. Doesn't get as big of a lead as some of them have tonight. Immediately gonna climb up in front of Devin Butchino. Butchino with teammate Eddie Morris to his inside. Oh, Josh Hall breaking loose, able to save it. You saw the smoke coming off those tires. And they're going to go 3 wide as Josh lost a ton of speed, and I think we're going to have another incident going on. Looks like he's down on the apron.
Like Jake McCarty just might have gotten hooked off the turn. Oh, and we got a couple more in the grass here.
We're going into the grass, and that's going to be a hard hit into the wall. Are they off the track enough? As I believe that's going to involve Junior. We definitely have a couple going. As the caution does not fly. Looks like, well, we got a couple cars involved. The one involved back there again, Cody Bullock. He's creeping into pit road. No fast repair. That might be it for him. You see Jake McCarty. He's trying to play catch up.
Oh, and we got 2 more here in the back getting together.
This one is going to bring out the caution as we'll rewind. And right there. Right in front of Duvedek. So we'll move that to the chase. Oh boy, your pit crew did not do a good job on that rear end, man. Wrecking right in front of you. And that's going to be James Fox involved. He's had a couple of little incidents tonight. And is that going to be Billy Tidhoff just coming off that fast repair? Where does it start? It looks like the 58 just breaks loose, loses control. Clips to 79 of Tidhoff. Tidhoff locking it up, does a fantastic job not taking any necessary wall hits. Gets it back straight. But because of the 58 spinning round and round, that caution comes out. That is another Sunbelt rental caution flag. I know, Mr. Kevin Harvick. I know. They got through one of the most challenging tracks, I believe, last week. They were worried about it. This one's becoming a little bit more difficult as you're getting up into pretty high speeds on those straightaways, and then they're entering these turns at those speeds, and guys slowing down at different points, and cars coming in too hot. Really starting to show a little trickery for them. I think that's why we've had so many cautions. This, you know what, we'll take a look at that real quick. We got some time. It is not an easy rest of the way. It's going to be tough there. Try to win one of these, as the Indy Oval is tonight. We head to Richmond, and then Watkins Glen, Rockingham, New Hampshire, and Texas. I think
that's a tough stretch.
I think Texas is the only one I'd want to be on. And that one's not easy. The playoffs, it's going to become a little bit more exciting. We're going to go into Darlington to start them. And I know that's your baby right there. And then an elimination race at Talladega.
That'll be fun.
Top 8 go to Bristol. And then Kansas, the elimination, and a championship at Las Vegas. I think the playoffs look a lot more friendly. But in order to make those playoffs, you are going to have to do something spectacular in these next 5 races. That's tough. It's a tough series coming, and we're going to learn a lot about these drivers as we progress. Right now, just halfway through the regular season. Oh, cheese is at lunch. Are you eating a cheeseburger? I believe we got the Cheeseburger Motorsports race coming up here, Cheese. You gonna be able to attend that, or you just gonna opt to avoid us altogether? You know, you can take a night off work once in a while. I just like the Kevin Harvick face here. He is just not happy.
Well, I mean, his nickname is Happy, so he's got to be unhappy sometimes.
He's definitely got to be pretty unhappy. I think it's because they made him hold this caution sign. Sunbelt been busy tonight, though. Dev Sports Cars 100, not disappointing. As we are almost halfway. We're making our way there. I'll tell you what, let's go and take a little look at Mr. Hartney's car. We got a little PG-13. We got some stars on there. I like that. I like how that ribbon made it. That's pretty good there, Hartney. That's one way to spell four-letter words. As pace cars away, Butchino looking to get a big jump out in front. These guys on a 7-lap stint. You really haven't seen too much advantage with the pit stops and where they're playing when they're only 5 to 7 laps difference. I don't think we've had too long of a run.
Yeah, and at this point, I couldn't tell you who's on what strategy just because of all the cautions and all the wrecked cars repairing. So everyone's kind of all over the board at this point.
I think right now it is a matter of survival. And Devin Butchino and David Hartney are going to look to have a little race up here. Riley Gomes, he's going to try to stay with and join. You see a lot more single file going on all the way back there to 9th place with Josh Hall. Rounding out the top 10 is going to be Eddie Morris. And then you got a pair of Wright brothers. Hartney getting to the bumper of Butchino. These two trying to pull away from Riley Gomes. And it looks like Hartney going to try to get the pass here as he's going to go to the high line. Butchino's going to dive in behind him. I kind of like to ride in their Discord and just see what they're talking about as they continue to aggressively pass each other. I know when you do that to me, I just yell at you the entire time. Like, I'll let you win.
In my brain, I'm just picturing classical music playing with them drinking tea and pinkies up in the air, just cruising around.
Dev's over there listening to his Cowboys theme song. All you hear is, "We them boys."
Oh, God.
I saw an interesting rumor today that said if Dak Prescott was released, the Giants would be the favorite to sign him. Great.
No thanks.
More quarterbacks who can't win. We'd be good in the regular season, though.
At least Green Bay would be able to beat you.
Maybe not in the regular season, but you'd beat us in the playoffs for sure. I mean, Dak's got the history of having a good season, and then it all falls apart.
Good point.
David Hartney maintains the lead. He's trying to get a little run here. Almost a half a second up on Devin Butchino. Riley Gomes being patient. trying to stay consistent. He's back there in third. Kevin Graham and brother Ryan Gomes in the Cat 5-5 are going to round out our top 5. And then behind Ryan, you got a little bit of a gap. All the way back to Sharon Hill, who has made some ground up. Remember, last time we checked on him, he was back in 15th. Currently, climbed all the way back to 6th. I think these cautions are definitely, if you're able to survive it, they're able to bunch these fields back together and give some of these guys an opportunity to make up some ground, and they're taking advantage of it. And if you're the 99, well, it's giving you some opportunity to try to get the hammers back on the car.
Fun beating it up. But it's not fun driving it the way it is right now.
Well, I think the car with probably the worst handling on the night was Mr. Billy Tithoff trying to get back to the pits.
I can't argue with you on that one. That was different.
I'm not quite sure what he broke, but that car could not have felt comfortable trying to get it around.
I know a place where you can get a bunch of parts for that, though.
I said he needs to call Carlton.
Yeah.
Actually, he needs to call Balenciaga. Carlton ain't going to be able to help him. We'll just tell him how to text and drive.
I was going to say, he'll text it and have it delivered for him.
While he's mid-race. Carlton currently sitting in front of you and the Balenciaga, so...
Well, I'm going to get up here and ask him for some parts. I'll be right back.
That's it. Just reach out that window. Hey, bud. David Hartney now. He's now 8/10 up. These guys looking to finally get some green flag racing. We have passed the halfway point. 47 laps to go on this long 2.5 miles. So a lot of race to go. About how many more stops you thinking here? One?
At least one.
And going to be close. And since we always get a Wednesday night update, since, you know, we always start, an hour later than normal here. Tonight's quesadilla night in the Bracco household.
Ooh. Oh, Taco Bell quesadilla?
Absolutely. I mean, we're not making quesadillas as easy as those are. They don't have the spicy sauce. I don't know what that is.
Really, nothing beats it.
Nothing. Nothing at all. And it always hits the spot. As, man, Junior way off pace now. He's a couple laps down, and he may keep losing laps here. As David Hartney running him down. You can see the separation between David Hartney and Ryan Gomes currently 4 seconds. So you got a little bit of separation in groove. You got 1 through 3 separating from, looks like 5 through 7-ish. And then you see the 11 of Brian Merle in the top 10. He's going to be in his own little groove with another little pack, 11 seconds, 9 seconds back. Hartney now out in front all by himself. He said he really likes this track. Well, it's showing. I've done a very bad job tonight.
Of what?
Remind me under the next caution, Eddie Morris has not been up here.
Oh, yeah, stage. I won stage, so.
Well, I got you.
I've been up here the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you got the honorary, but right now, I'd rather be Eddie Morris, as he's currently sitting fourth, and well, your car is barely making it around the track.
Hey.
I guess we're going to go back to the original 99 for this league next week. That Ford would be having less issues, I think.
The night's young.
Morris is currently sitting fourth. He did win the stage, which happened lap 28, 29. I believe is when they called it, under caution. Whoa, David Hartney. He comes in hot and just whacks the wall. As the leader, he's out there all by himself. Devin Butchino, he saw it. He's going to look to try to take advantage of it. Still a second behind. Hartney plenty of time to recover from it. But Riley Gomes riding bumper to bumper with Devin Butchino trying to run down this 43. And it looks like Cody Bullock going to get, I think that's Cody on the bottom there, as he's going to get passed again by our leaders. Remember, he used his fast repair early, and he is definitely taking some damage on that car tonight. Oh, Hartney again. He is going to have to be careful. David Hartney really struggling with turn 4 right now. It is not his friend. Hartney only on an 18-lap stint. But 18 laps tonight, that's a pretty long way, as these guys have had opportunities to pit. He has not gone in, so we know those tires are at least 18 laps old. They had enough tires to change them every 20 if they really needed it. The amount of cautions, I don't think they would have needed all these tires. But Hartney may have pushed this car a little hard, as he's really struggling on exit. This time, a lot more cautious, as he's able to keep it off the wall. That's allowed Devin Butchino and Riley Gomes to bring it into a half a second. So just in, 3 short laps, half of Hartney's lead has been cut off. And he knows this car is really starting to give him a handful. You can see he's really slowed his pace down. Butchino 3/10. Him and Gomes are going to be in striking distance here, as they're going to enter 3 and 4 again. This is where Hartney's running into the most problems. Right here on this exit of 4, will he be able to keep it off the wall? And he does. You can see extremely slow on the exit. And that's because of the previous laps before them with the contact. And I think Butchino and Riley Gomes know. Oh, Hartney breaking loose. He's going to the inside wall. He's trying to save it. Oh, it looks like he's going to dive in and just go to the pits. He knows these tires are becoming a handful. Nope, he's coming back out. He's just saving it and riding it with David Hartney, as Devin Butchino to the lead, Riley Gomes to second. Hartney is able to get back in front of Eddie Morris. Remember that those top 3 cars were starting to drive off. And it's a 2-man show. Now David Hartney gonna have to try to get some control with this car. He's got 40 laps to go. Doesn't have to panic now. He knows there's probably another caution in the future. He's definitely going to be looking to change some tires.
Well, if we get some green flag pit stops in here, we might not get another caution. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Well, and it's going to be how much strategy will change. A lot of these guys, 21 lap stint right now. How are the tires going to feel? It's so tough to call it because of the amount of cautions early. They were able to push these cars so hard, and they never they didn't get the opportunity to really feel the effect of the worn tire.
Exactly, and they're definitely feeling it now. I've seen a couple people peel off, deciding to take tires early to see if they can make up some ground. But with the fuel window coming up here, I mean, we're only 8 laps away from being in our fuel window. I think you're going to see most of the field kind of stretch it out here, try to get in that fuel window before they go in there and get those tires.
Well, we said you could take tires every 20 laps if you really wanted. If you go another 8, you'll have 30 laps to go in this race. If you push it anything past that, save room for green-white checkers. I think that'll give you about a 28-lap run. 2 back-to-back 28-lap runs. I think that that's going to be the big strategy is right now, Butchino and Gomes, they're having no issues. Car is still running pretty quick up here. They're kind of hanging together. Eddie Morris was able to get past David Hartney. Hartney's still having trouble with those worn-out tires. And now he's got some damage to that outside, courtesy of turn 4.
Looks like we got Brett hitting pit road here. He's thinking the tires are going to be more important right now than the fuel.
Yep, Brett Merle going in. Well, and Brett Merle, too. That's going to move him, worst case scenario, is going to be 20th. He's still sitting lead lap. He's in there for now, but Butchino and them coming around now, and that's going to put him a lap down. Looks like Brett is trying to get off pit road. He's kind of middle of the pack. He knows with the caution he'll get that wave around. And we'll see how these tires work out for him. Will he be faster?
And his hope right now is that this goes out, green flag pit stops play out. He can take advantage of these tires right now with everyone else in the old tires and try to make up some ground. And then maybe about 10, 15 laps into the run, we'll catch another caution, and then it'll kind of even the playing field for him at that point.
Exactly. He is going to need the long run, make as much time as possible. He should be faster. As you see, he's going to fall in behind Eddie Morris and David Hartney. And let's ride with Brett Merle and see. We haven't really had an opportunity to see how these tires are really affecting drivers until this point in the race. And, it's lap 66, so laps to go, 35. As we'll change it over. Merle's still going to have a lot of work here.
I can hear over the driver chat here, people are already talking about how they're trying to save fuel on this run. So that would tell me some of these guys who didn't pit under that last caution, maybe the caution before, are a little bit shy of getting into their fuel window, and they're going to use this stint here to try to save that fuel to get into that window before they pit.
Well, I will tell you an interesting thing about Brett Merle. 7.3 second pit time.
So that would tell me he might have just gotten fuel maybe right sides.
That's what I'm thinking. He may have popped rights on, did not take a full set, and definitely took the gas. That pit time, extremely quick. And you can see how long it takes him to get around the lane. It is a long way at the Indy Oval.
And these tires are definitely wreaking havoc on the field. There is almost every time coming out of 2 and 4, you're seeing someone scrape that wall and a puff of smoke up on the straightaway. So these guys are really, really wanting either a caution or to get these next few laps over with so they can get in there and get those tires.
And that fuel window coming here shortly. I would expect with 30 to go, that's probably about where most will start looking. You can see Eddie Morris. He's in that. Oh, we got one going in the wall, and that's going to be Hartney. He's going to keep it green, though, and not good for David Hartney as there are pieces of his car flying off. He's lost his entire front bumper, part of his fender, and I think he's going to take that pit stop now. David Hartney, though, bad news, does not have a fast repair. That might end Hartney's night, as we'll see where he ends up. We'll keep an eye on, see if he's able to get back out. He did lose the front bumper. Now we're riding with Mr. Joe Wright in that 82 Mustang. He's trying to pass Michael Prevost. He's got Prevost and Fox in front of him, keeping him out of the top 10. Looking to rebound, get some good points here. Looks like Hartney trying to fix the car. We'll keep an eye to see how long of a pit stop he takes and how much damage is going to be done, as it looks like he's already fallen 2 laps down. Garrett Fox leading a couple cars here. Rounding out our top 10, he's got Prevost, Joe Wright, Brad Young.
We are now in that fuel window, so I expect to see guys start hitting pit road this lap or the next.
We are, and we're keeping an eye on the board to see who's going to go in and who is not. When will they go? It looks like Trey Spears already went in at lap 66. Hartney leaving the pits. But the damage already done is, well, what is he, 2 laps? But he's going to fall all the way back to 25th. David Hartney going to need some cautions and a lot of help. Get back to the lead lap with only 30 to go. And pit road starting to get a little active. Wright brothers going in. Duvendak going in. Matt Allen going in. Looks like Ryan Gomes, he went to the pits. We said it was going to get active, and with 29 to go, people are opting to get in. And I expected, I wasn't going to call it, but I expected the 99 to get that car fixed.
Well, I mean, it's at this point, it's now or never, right?
It's now or never, and I think the field's separated enough, and, oh, we got a big group coming in. It's going to be busy. Kevin Graham is out. Matt Allen is out. Jay Vaught, Jake McCarty, Garrett Fox, Michael Prevost, and Max McCarty all entering the pits, so a lot of M&M racing. Billy Tithoff, he's going to come into the pits. But you know who has not is our top drivers. Now, Junior Carlton Charles, Eddie Morris, they're getting out. And finally, Devin Butchino. Now, our new race leader, we'll call it out because it happens. Even when he's not texting, we got a caution, which Carlton Charles is going to be our leader at the caution.
You know, and if David Butchino doesn't have enough luck as it is,
Butchino
he just got even more.
He did, and he's in his spot and changed those tires. And I'll tell you what, Carlton, though, is going to get those laps led, but he'll be coming back out.
I mean, he must have a golden horseshoe shoved so far up as to get a caution. That lucky, right when he pit. And now he's going to get the pit, get 4 tires, and hold the lead, I believe.
He is, as he did come out before Riley Gomes was able to get past him. So, but you know what? It took a while to get a caution. Before I even forget, we need to get Eddie Morris. Because I almost forgot again.
At this point, he's going to think you're interviewing him for winning the race.
Eddie, Guy and Rob in the booth about an hour late. Sorry, bud. Are you up? Is Eddie even going to be here?
How's it going, man?
Whoa, what's up, man? Stage winner under caution. I said I was going to bring you up under some cautions and never really got the opportunity to. But finally, I said, man, I got to get Eddie up. You guys went on a long run. Here you are. 27 laps to go. How we feeling currently sitting fourth, man?
I'd feel better if I could get away from some of these guys that I'm around. Super stressful. I feel like if I get away from them, I'm good to go though. Car's fast, super fast.
Saw a little serpentine action going on, huh?
Yeah, bro. I don't know what that Trey kid's deal is with me. He's got some kind of obsession or something. I don't know. But he ended up bending it because he was trying to get by me because he used first gear on a restart. So I thought that was kind of funny. So like I said, I don't know what his deal is, but oh well.
Well, you got a quarter of this race left to go. You've got to get past 3 to include your teammate. Hopefully we get you back up here. It's been a minute. I'd like to see you here at the end. Saw the car had great signs of speed early in the run. So good luck. You've got 25 laps to get her done.
Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, we're going for it, man. We're going to try to get locked in here.
That's
it.
Hey,
before we let you go, when you go back up there, I need you to do me a favor and pull that golden horseshoe out from behind Devin, all right?
I'm working on it, brother. I'm working on it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's already locked in. It's my turn. I'm going to try to go get locked in now.
He is. So. We said it as soon as he entered the pits, the caution came out, and he was able to pit, get 4 tires, and back to the lead he went.
Yeah, I wish I'd have stayed out a couple more laps. I think that would have been.
It would have been good. But all right, bud. We'll get you back up there to Neon, and hopefully catch you here in 25 laps.
Appreciate it, brother.
Old Eddie Morris from Morris Customs and Team Neon. We'll give them both. We don't have the Morris Customs points tonight as Eddie's been a little busy lately, and hey, I understand it. Does a ton for the league, and, well, sometimes you just don't have the time. Our current leader, though, Devin Butchino, Riley Gomes having a really good night. And I gotta shout him out. Sharn Hill. He's up here.
iRacing's having a little bit of an issue here, and it looks like it's making the entire field go single file. And I think that might have been because of Devin being on pit road, maybe. It's kind of thrown everything for a loop here.
Huh. Now, will they ride single, or are they going to go side by side? Well.
So they're trying to work out what we're going to do here. I don't know what the play is and what they're going to have us do, but looks like we're going to stay single file here.
Well, as you say it, they pull side by side. iRacing, throwing some hiccups.
It looks like they're going to add a lap here to try to figure it out. So
As we have extended, you saw the pace car lights come on. Hey, that's a golden opportunity. We'll head to commercial as these guys try to figure it out. And that will be our last commercial break of the night until we cross the checkered. We're back as we got it all figured out. We went back green under commercial. Devin Butchino gets out in front. Riley Gomes, Sharn Hill round out the top three. And 22 laps to go. And I do believe Mr. David Hartney has parked the car. Probably because he had to deal with all the rearranging and he had the damage. And he's parked. Cody Bullock, he's parked.
as we got another yellow.
As here comes the caution. Oh, and this might be Mr. Josh Hall. It looked like. I don't know if it was his. But I saw his number disappear on the map up here. Oh, he's definitely going to be involved. As we saw him drop back. And that's going to be also with the 127. Ooh. That's kind of a little slip by Josh. You actually see two cars slipping here. You've got the 214 and Ryan Likens and Josh Hall. Josh slips up. Likens slips down, but Josh Hall is going to be the one that comes up and initiates the contact. And that's also going to collect, I believe, Trey Spears back there. He's going to take damage right to the nose of that car. And just like that, we are back under caution. It has definitely been a caution-filled night. It happens from time to time.
Well, I mean, we got to put Kevin Harvick to work, now that he's not driving a car. So
He's got nothing better to do. I mean, hey, I know he's over there broadcasting Fox and stuff like that, but he spends a lot of time in commercial too. So I think he understands.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I watch more commercials with Fox than I do anything.
No matter how many commercials we run, we do not beat Fox. As we are going to have 4 cars coming into pit. And that is going to be Josh Hall, Likens, Trey Spears, and Brad Young. All with a little bit of damage. And we're already riding in the back. That's going to bunch him up one more time. Butchino, Gomes, Hill, and Ryan Gomes. Cat 5-5, he's in striking distance. Michael Pervolt round out the top 5. McCarty, Garrett Fox, Duvendak back in 8th. Joe Wright and D. Wright. So you've got Gomes brothers in the front and Wright brothers in the back. As this time, iRacing should have no problem getting everything formed up as nobody was pitting. You can see the 78 of Brad Young. He's trying to catch the back of the field right now. The 58 of James Fox. He's off pit road. 14 of Tim Likens, he's exiting. Trey Spears coming off, the only one who has not moved. And he's going to get off just in the nick of time, but he's going to have a long way to go, and that's going to be the 81 of Josh. Josh Hall still lead lapping it, barely gets out. But he's got to go off to the races. As, remember, we are under caution at 85 miles an hour. Which I did not know you could move the speed.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, so that must be something new that they added recently.
I won't play with that because we know I already have enough problems making sessions.
As long as we have cars on tracks, the session's good.
But it's something to look at. I'll tell you what. You go to iRacing Super Speedway, that's a place 85 miles an hour might be an option.
I think by default, I want to say that's 90 already.
It's so fast.
Let's look.
We'll just keep it green, even under caution.
Right, there you go.
Such a long track. As we start going side by side, they'll come around one more time as they come to enter turn 4.
And what went missed under all that chaos there a little bit was on that last restart. Eddie Morris looks like he smacked the outside of the wall, and he is on pit road, and he might be done for the night.
After we just brought Eddie in, he is a couple laps down, and well, it looks like he did use his fast repair earlier in the night. So I do believe you are correct, as Eddie has fallen all the way back to 25th. As we go green, Butchino stays on the bottom, gets to the high side, kind of serpentines his way, and then Riley Gomes follows suit. Gomes with his brother. I expect no love there, though. As you actually almost saw back there, it looked like Wright in the 84 was doing a little serpentine, but he was in the middle of the pack. That might have been a little avoidance going on. Remember, Joe and Mr. D. Wright back there, 8th and 9th. As you see everybody fanning out, Butchino not trying to give any draft to Riley Gomes. I don't see, and I think if you're Riley Gomes, this is the point. You let Devin Butchino do his serpentine. You got your brother with you and try to link it up and give it a little push.
And we're under caution.
Caution coming back out. Oh, and this is going to involve the 84. We've got a Wright brother fallen. And it looks like it may have collected a couple more cars. But the 84, the one that stuck with me the most here. And what happens to D. Wright? Oh no. This might be This might be one of those bad beats going on. It looks like we might have a little right-on-right contact.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You gotta play the clip. Play the clip.
Oh, well, let's get into the 82 real quick. Let me find him. Where did he go?
Teammates.
I believe we are going to have teammates.
Runs on top. Whoa! Teammates.
Around they go in a hard crash.
You got a little teammate love going on, and it did not end well as actually Joe Wright seemed to be okay. It was D. Wright, though. Trying to run down his brother. He's also going to hit the 85 and the 214, and round they go. And it all started right here. You see the teammates, well, it looks like they don't make too much contact. Right here is where things started going south for D. Wright. He came in hot, got right down there into Joe, came up high, and from there, crossed lines, and round he went, and it collected a ton of traffic. As you can see, Graham involved, 78 involved. Ooh, the 214. Ryan Likens, he's used his fast repair. He has lost a tire. That's going to probably be it for him.
I wouldn't say that. I've driven a race with only 3 tires before, so.
Well, I don't think it's going to work here, though. I mean, I get where you're saying it works, but if you're Billy Tithoff, we saw what happened when he just doored too hard tonight. 15 laps to go. They keep this up, they're going to make me go against my word. We're going to have to play another commercial. We're trying to stay away from it. But 15 to go. Butchino, Gomes, Hill, McCarty, Duvendak, Prevolt, Joe Wright, Jay Vaught, and Josh Hall. Remember, Josh Hall involved 2 incidents ago. He's climbed his way back into the top 10. Able to get past that caution.
So do you think anyone has anything for Devin here?
I mean, we got some fast repairs remaining, and we're going to see if Riley Gomes can do it.
I was going to say, we might have some Gomes on Gomes action against Butchino here. Try to see if they can steal that win from him.
Well, I'm telling you, I get the serpentine. I get they're trying to, stay with them a little bit, keep some of the draft. But if you've got a teammate, do you even worry about Devin? Or do you try to push each other and keep the momentum? It's going to be tough. Devin's quick. I wonder. I'm going to have to test this because I'm sitting here following Riley Gomes. And I'm going to see just how well this paint job works. Not very. I cannot scan the QR code on the back of his bumper because I'm trying.
I wonder what it is.
I don't know. Until I get Rick rolled in the middle of broadcast.
Hold up, giant middle finger right in your face.
Or maybe it brings me to Nickelodeon.
Or it might take you to Grumpy Guy Graphics. I don't know.
I think that's where it would take you, is Grumpy Guy Graphics. But somebody's got to get with the Grumpy Guy. Your QR code has too many bends in it.
Me too, QR code. Me too.
As they come around the backstretch one more time. Under caution, pace car will go away this time. See 13 trying to catch up, the 88, the 84. 20, not even 20, 19 still on the lead lap. 19 out of 29, so 10 have fallen victim to being down a lap. Tim Likens would be your current lucky dog. Balenciaga 2 laps down, Likens 3, McCarty 4, Matt Allen 6, Junior 8, Eddie Morris, Bullock, Hartney, and Salvati, well, they're a little bit more. As the pace car going to go away one more time tonight. Butchino going to try to get out there in front. Across the start finish, he's instantly going to get in front of Riley Gomes and drop back down. I think Gomes is going to need the help of his brother here. And you know, he always does it so quietly. David Hartney is in the booth and doesn't say a word. We don't even know he's here. At any time, Hartney, you could say, hey guys, just here from the pits. I know you're busy over there with race controls. It's been going a little crazy. Looks. Well, Max McCarty is okay.
Hey
and that
guys,
is not.
how's it going?
Well, it's going good, but I believe we just saw Young go round and round. It looked like his car. Was that the 78 having a little bit of issue? Well, he somehow saves it. As right now, everybody trying to chase down Butchino. You've got a set of Gomes brothers. Will they work together and try to conquer Dev? Try to stop him from repeating? Riley and Ryan. Riley's been up here quite a bit tonight. Ryan just keeps battling. As you can see, the row of 7 right here, rounded out by Duvendak. Josh Hall cracked his way into the top 10. Jay Vaught 9. And Reckon on the back. Will we get... Looks like Brent Merle's going to get the meatball, but nobody involved. Not enough that they're going to keep going and stay green here. And it looks like that may have also involved the 3 of Trey Spears. But we stay green. As Brett now going to enter the pits. Billy Titoff sets a new personal best, by the way. He hits that 52.921. That is much faster than the lap we saw under caution. As we watched his car crab walk around the track and have no control. Devin right now gets his lead just under 3/10. I don't know if this is helping the Gomes brothers to try to follow Devin. I think if they stay linked up, they're able to keep the gap a little bit closer. Devin smartly playing it, as he is serpentining just enough to take that air away. But you can see the back 4 cars. They're opting to stay together. So is the serpentine actually working and keeping the cars separated? as those back four are not making a lot of ground on them. Going to 8 to go this time around.
If Devin keeps running that line, Riley's not going to catch him.
I don't think so. And Riley keeps trying to follow that line. Devin just continues.
Devin had some time to stay behind me and see what was the fastest. He let me go on purpose a few times. He saved tires, but he knows the fastest line now. So if Riley can mimic it, then maybe. But as long as you stay under that white line and get it, you can break that right rear a little bit loose and drive off on that. And that's exactly what Devin's doing now.
Well, and we saw you doing that the entire time you were leading. Kept seeing you dip under that white line just enough. And now Devin Butchno is mimicking.
Getting those right side tires under that line is so important to breaking the rear just a little loose to drive off the corner.
As you can see, Devin Butchno still holding off both Gomes brothers. As they're going to enter turn 4. This time around, we're going to have 6 to go. Will Riley have anything for him? This time, Riley and Ryan both trying to stay up, but really no benefit to it as Ryan not close enough to Riley.
And we got another yellow.
We are, and it looks like Jay Vaught and Tim Lykin's going to be involved in this one. Oh, we'll find Mr. Vaught as he has lost his front end and also no fast repair. That's probably going to be it for him and Mr. Lykins. Oh, looks like the 13 of Brian Earl Jr. is going to be involved in this one as well. As you can see, Jr. just kind of pushes it almost into a 3-wide situation, slides up, hits the 36. Jay Vaught going to go to the inside wall, going to try to save it, and hits that middle barrier where he's going to collect the 14 of Tim Lykins. And I believe that might be it for those two drivers. As the 36 of Jay Vaught has no front end. And I believe he is meatballed out, so it's going to be tough to come back for that with 5 to go. Well, that's going to regroup everyone. And if you're Riley and Ryan, you needed that. That should bring up an unofficial green-white checkered, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be very close.
I believe it will be. I think it'll be, let's see, 97. 90, yeah, it'll be a green-white checkered unofficially.
It sure will, as Duvendak now throwing the fake. He got a couple to bite. They went in and pit. And as you opted to dip back out. I don't think there's enough time for all that with a 2-lap shootout. We've already learned the tires are not going to make that much of a difference in 2 laps. Balenciaga getting a lap back. able to get the lucky dog. That's still going to hold him a lap down. Butchino and Riley both still have their fast repair. Jake McCarty and Joe Wright still have a fast repair. Carlton Charles still has his fast repair. So not too many drivers. Everybody else has used it. We've had a ton of cautions going tonight. 4 laps remaining. It has been a fun time.
Has it though?
You know, it has for us. I know you were having an incredible run up there. Your car was extremely fast. You started to get. We saw you a couple times there, Hartney, getting into trouble in 4, and those tires finally had an opportunity to wear down on you. And after that, it's just unfortunate event after unfortunate event.
I went from basically dead last to up to the lead. We had a fast car tonight. There's nothing. I don't know, man. Coming out of 4 a couple of those times, I wasn't hitting my marks and had me getting into the wall. I had force feedback issues the last 2 nights on my wheel, like when I lost control off of 2. When everyone passed me, my force feedback literally inverted. So I don't really know what happened. Just kind of a series of unfortunate events all night.
Yeah,
You know, Maverick inverted once before too.
Oh, he did invert
Yeah,
once.
he did.
Yeah, but I don't want to be your goose.
Yeah, to give him the bird though. I wasn't trying to give anybody the bird. I was trying to win a race.
I mean, you can do both at the same time.
You can, and you know what? We saw the 68 tonight. He got extremely lucky as he was one of the last cars to pit, and the caution came out just as he had come in. So he was able to maintain his pit, came right back out to the lead. So I believe Duvendak now thinks he has a golden horseshoe somewhere.
Yeah, it's up there. It's far up there, but it's there.
It's there. As we'll see. We'll see. Eddie Morris said he was going to try to pull it out. We're going to find out if he did, and if he was able to unwedge that, then I believe Riley Gomes is going to have himself a shot here. We talked about the Cat 5.5 earlier, not getting his win, and as the pace car goes away, we've got both Gomes brothers sitting here in the top 3. Will they have anything for Butchino? We're going to find out.
The only chance Riley had was to stay on his outside, on Devin's outside, to keep him low.
Try to keep him from doing that serpentine there, so he can't dip below that line, and there it is as Devin goes low, breaks it.
Reckon. Yep.
Once again.
Reckon between 1 and 2.
Well, that'll be overtime.
We are going to go to overtime.
And I will be back.
I'll be back.
As Mr. David Hartney goes to do a little race control cleanup.
I think at this point he's pulling out his rule and he's starting to smack people with it. So
I think it's about time. It has been a long night for and an uncharacteristic night. We expected to see a little bit of this night last week. I don't believe anybody expected it tonight, and these guys have really been struggling. We're going to find out where exactly. I believe this was somewhere in the back.
It starts with Garrett.
There it is.
It starts with Garrett Fox, yeah.
And round, Mr. Fox goes.
now I know we said tires weren't going to make much of a difference, but those guys who did pit are all the way up to 11th place right now on fresh tires. So if we get a couple of these green-white checkers back-to-back here and they can pick off a few each restart, they might be able to get up here and contend for at least the top 5, unless all mayhem breaks loose.
Oh, and right here, you can see Fox just kind of getting split between 2 cars and bring on the pinball. As the 85 going to go round and round, and he's going to collect the 13. And the collection of the 13 is why, well, 13 pushes his way through, but Fox gets spun around and rides the wall all the way back. And that is why we have our caution.
Well, now let's talk about fuel, because fuel runs 28-ish laps. We're at like 30 laps now, so...
Well, Butchino's on a 27-lap stint, but a ton of caution laps.
Right. He's saving as much as he can. You can hear him turning the car off.
Well, and if you look at the Gomes brothers, they're 1 lap later, as Ryan is on or 1 lap earlier, I should say. Ryan 2 laps earlier, as he's on 29. Duvendak looks like he's at a 29. Josh Hall should be fine, as he's on a 20, because he had to go in. And James Fox all the way back, except for the Balenciaga, who I somehow is on this 27-lap run, currently sitting 16th. He's battled his way all the way back out. Balenciaga going to be lead lap racing here. And now with the next lap car being Max McCarty 4 laps down, lucky dogs will not matter at this point going forward. No one's coming back from the lead lap. So we will finish the night with at least, well, at most 16 cars. So, hey, we'll take that. As the overtime has started, and we will have 3 green-white checkered attempts. And plenty of time on this lap in these on this racetrack that a lot can happen in 1 lap.
A lot of cars can crash.
A lot of cars, and these guys are going to be pushing it, trying to make as much ground, especially those on fresh tires. As I'm going to have old Mr. Hartney look at my my iRace control. That's still not showing me incidents. So that's your homework in the next week. I don't know what
I'll
it did.
take a look at it for you, bud.
Yeah, it's just not showing incidents.
I have an idea. If you look at it real quick,
Yep.
top where the switches are,
Yep.
under log displays, is incidents on the first check or the first switch on?
It is.
Interesting. I'll take a look at it.
I'm glad I'm not seeing it right now. I see total incident 0, and that makes me feel better, as I know that number's skyrocketed.
We're currently at 419.
I figured. It's been a rough night as the pace car going away, hopefully for the last time tonight. Riley going to have to try to get up there next to Devin. Devin immediately, you can see Devin taking a late jump so that he can get that jump to get in that high side. Riley just a little bit slower on the restart. Allows Butchino to get in that high line, make that first dip. Oh, and we got wrecking going on again in the back. And our second attempt is coming. This time, the 79 going to be involved for sure. And that's Billy Tithoff. And looked like a 13. I saw it as it came around. We're going to rewind it. Well, the 13 driving backwards. It is definitely involved.
He's doing a Kyle Busch?
He sure is.
Nice.
Trying to Kyle Busch his way around. As that is going to be Mr. Billy Tithoff. Loses control. Tries to overcorrect it. Comes back into the track and spins it. Hits the grass.
Who's claiming that one?
Just comes up and kills the 13. I'll tell you what. Let's. I kind of want to ride here with Billy. And we got plenty of time to do it. As this started right about here, we're going to go to the cockpit of the 79. And we'll ride this in slow-mo As you can see, Billy trying to keep it, trying to correct it, overcorrects it a little bit. That wheel going way to the right. Thinks he has it, comes back in, hits the grass, and this is the mistake that's going to take out the 13. As Tithoff back under power. Ride with Butchino, see what he's doing here. See if we get any indication on how he's doing with this gas. Currently a 31 lap stint. Thankfully for him, a lot of those laps are going to be under caution. Didn't use as much gas, so he might be able to stretch it here, but he has got to be getting low on fumes. Riley Gomes still riding second, has not figured out how to get that restart and stay with Devin right from the get-go. Ryan still holding on to third in that Cat 5.5. Sharon Hill looking to podium. He said he'd like to be up here 3 weeks in a row. Currently fourth. Jake McCarty rounding out our top 5. Joe Wright. Robert Duvendak. Kevin Graham. What is going on with Kevin's car? It has like some blue genie Buddha. That's kind of creepy looking at upside down.
Is it part of my car? I don't know.
No, it's not yours. It's on Kevin's car.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can see it in your rear view when he gets close to you. You'll be like, what is that thing?
I don't want to get freaked out here.
James Fox and Carlton Charles, which I'm not quite sure how Carlton is hanging on. And you know what? I think I could figure it out pretty quick. It looks to be that, yeah, Carlton's not texting and driving. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
I'm surprised he even knows how to drive when he's not texting.
You know, I wonder if he's using Siri or if he's actually texting and driving, because there's no way I'd be able to pull that one off. I can't even look at my gauges half the time. This man's back here writing a book. Dalton Gibson joined in, seeing some of the action. Appreciate you tuning in on this fine Wednesday night. I know this. Hartney's going to have a heck of a show tomorrow. He's got a lot of action to review.
I'm sorry, buddy.
He's going to have some big wrecks. As we are going to enter for the second green-white checkered attempt. Butchino looking to complete at least one lap and try to finish this thing. Pace car going to dive away. Gomes trying to. You see right there, Butchino takes that big lead and does not take the. There he goes to the aggressive high side. That restart allowing him to get way out in front, and we are cautioning again, which is going. Looks like Mr. Likens also got a black flag somewhere, and that is going to be a restart, green, white, checkered, which will bring up our third and final opportunity. see a little bit of smoke there. Now, what happens here is you've got a lot of damaged cars in the back. And right there with the 41. 41 definitely going to be involved. That's going to be the Balenciaga. What happens to him? Let's go back and take a look. Big bump by Josh Hall is going to break the Balenciaga loose. He's going to come up and get himself the 85 of Garrett Fox. Balenciaga, though, taking some damage and back down a lap.
We heard from Balenciaga. Balenciaga actually money shifted and blew his motor.
Well, you see the smoke. You know, let's ride inside of it. Because Josh Hall came up and you could see he gave him a big shot. And right there it goes. Balenciaga goes round and round. Well, he's had a couple opportunities to try to figure this out. I don't know if Riley's figured it out yet. He's got one more opportunity to do it.
And this will be the last one, no matter what.
This is it. Hey,
he's got to make it happen here if he's going to do it.
If we wreck in the next lap, we'll finish it under caution. Well, you got cars coming in hot, trying to catch that 85 mile an hour pace speed. The last of the green-white checkers is upon us. Will Davin Butchino be able to hold off Riley Gomes? Can Gomes figure it out?
Oh, and then we got Sharn Hill pitting here. I wonder if he wasn't saving much fuel under cautions and feels he can't make it.
And he is going to drop like a rock. That is going to drop Sharn all the way down to 5th or 14th. Sharn was on a 38 lap run, which is interesting because when you look at the lap run, that's the same laps Ryan Gomes and Joe Wright are on. And also, Robert Duvendeck. How's that gas looking? I know you, but you're really good at saving gas under caution.
I got enough for about 2-3 more green-white checkers if we had them.
I figured. You're pretty much a gas saving under every caution. Doesn't matter when. You don't care about the math. You are always saving. And so going off of your numbers really doesn't help me out too often.
Well, as tough as the competition is, you got to find every little edge you can get.
I'm that idiot who's in the back with my foot on the clutch, just slamming on the gas, revving it. Sounds cool, guys. Check me out. And then I run out of gas.
Yeah. All right, well, here we go. Final time.
Butchino knows he needs to get out in the lead. He needs to hold it there. It's so important to get your best jump of the night right here. Especially if that last caution comes out, it'll lock it in. Already see a little bit of smoke and somebody going into the pits. As Butchino is going to get way out in front. He's going to look to the high side. And they know this is it. You can see him pinching down into Ryan Gomes. That's going to be Joe Wright doing a little pinch action into him. Ryan trying to hold on to his third place spot. He's going to clear. Butchino way out in front. Devin going to come into turn 3. Riley and Ryan's still in tow. They're trying to keep up, but Butchino just pulling away. Butchino keeps this up. I don't think they're going to catch him, and they're going to try to battle it out here for a podium finish. That white flag is out. Butchino coming around to the backstretch. Well, Duvendak diving to the bottom. He's looking to get top 5 points. Butchino looking to come into turn 3 one more time. Don't think Riley or Ryan's going to be able to keep hold. Will Ryan Gomes be able to hold off a Wright brother? Butchino going to come across. Exits 4. Comes to the line. Oh, we got wrecking going on. Duvendak going to get turned. Somehow able to get it back straight. Devin Butchino going to be your race winner. Riley Gomes and Ryan Gomes going to round out your top 3. That's our podium finishes for the night. Joe Wright 4th. Jake McCarty. Michael Pervolt, Josh Hall, James Fox, and Robert Duvendak. Carlton Charles will round out our top 10. And these guys are eventually going to come to the line. Let's see if we can find that brick cam as they'll come in for that photo finish. So Devin had the line, learned a ton, as we've learned from Mr. David Hartney. Kind of gave a secret away without giving a secret away, and Butchino took full advantage of it, able to hold off Riley Gomes pretty much the entire night. Chaos everywhere, but Gomes brothers getting podium finishes for the first time this season. That was chaos. And with that, we'll take a minute. We'll let these guys celebrate, gather, and we'll head to commercial. These guys are gathering now in the waiting room. So it's time to get, for the first time all season, well, if I could find them. I think Devin actually went back to the bricks. Let's see if he went out there. I believe he did. We'll get his camera up. He's working his way there. But Ryan Gomes, the Cat 55, welcome to the booth. You got a copy?
I gotcha, guy. Yeah, good to be here.
Man, been waiting all season to get you up here. We said we think this season might be the one where you get a win. You're getting closer and closer, and this time had a little brotherly competition going on in front of you. Guys just not able to chase down Devin Butchino, man. How'd the Indy Oval treat you tonight?
I was really not looking forward to it in practice. I was lost per usual in practice, but qualified okay, and thought we had a good run for stage, and I don't know what happened, so we'll see how that all shakes out. But rolled the dice on one of the stops from the back and didn't take tires and leapfrogged from 23rd to 13th, and that helped a bunch with track position being at a premium. But no, it was fun. I mean, I knew I didn't want Riley to think I was faster than him and try to let me slip to go after Devin. I was hoping he had the confidence to go get him himself, and I mean, I tried to let him down because I was hoping I could get to his bumper and push him by him. But now Devin's just fast. It's tough to beat him.
Well, he was extremely fast. I will tell you one of the things that benefited all three of you guys tonight was you were all able to keep your incidents below 10. So huge considering how many cautions we had tonight, and you were able to survive it. You weren't able to get past your brother. Actually went into a little bit of a race there at the end with Joe Wright, able to hold him off and take the podium away from him. And man, we're just glad to have you up here. We know next week we are going to be going to Richmond. How you feeling about going forward?
Richmond, we'll see. It could be really, really good or really bad, depending on how calm you can keep it. But yeah, when Joe Wright got there, I mean, I figured Sharm would have got me up top, and I told Riley, I go, I don't know if I could let you back down with Joe because I know he's going to send it. But yeah, no, we'll see. Just hopefully keep having smooth finishes, get some stage points, and get up there in the points and make it into the playoffs.
Well, and that's just it. And you've started that trend right at the halfway mark of the regular season. Got 5 races to go, man. So you're picking the right time to start it, and we wish you good luck going forward. But before we let you get out of here and we get Riley up here, we know we like to leave things off, man, with the floor is yours.
Oh, yeah, definitely you guys. I mean, you and your in-race reporter, Doovie. I don't know how he does it. Definitely keeps him busy, I'm sure. My team at Trackside, Josh, and Billy T, and my brother. I mean, that was awesome. I mean, him not being on our team, unfortunately, but we could still work well together, really helped out. So,
well, and it was fun watching you guys. I didn't know if we were going to have some Gomes racing going on, which I expect every time you're next to each other instead of being teammates. But you guys were able to get it done, both ride your way into a top 3. So congratulations. We'll let you get out of here and get Riley up.
All righty. Thank you, guy.
All right, man. You have a good night. And the number 9 in that Nickelodeon, Mr. Riley Gomes, able to finish second. Not quite fast enough to get Mr. Devin Butchino. How you feeling after tonight?
Pretty good, and if Doovie's up here in the booth, I gotta owe him an apology because I got into him once that race.
You're good, man. That was a lot of fun, good hard racing tonight. A lot of guys showing respect up at the front, so that was a blast.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a blast.
Well, like I told Ryan, one thing that really benefited you guys is you guys were able to keep the incidents low. The top 3 able to keep underneath 10, which was incredible considering how many cautions we did have tonight and how many incidents points. Did you have anything for Devin? What could you have maybe done different, tried different, or?
I think they're off at the end. I don't think I would have had to he would have had to mess up, and I would have had to get a decent run. There before when we pitted, caution came out when we were on pit road, I think lap like 72. I had a couple good runs on him, and I didn't really trust my car sticking to the bottom, and I didn't want to put it under him unless I was absolutely going to clear him because I didn't want to put him up into the fence or have anything happen like that. So try to play it pretty conservatively, and then there at the end, better restart, but it's so hard when that restart zone's so long, you're kind of guessing when they're going to take off. So no, he just kind of put it down there at the end, and we weren't able to touch him.
No, and it was definitely exciting to see. You had Ryan up there with you took him a while to get up there, but once he did, he was able to maintain in that top 3, and you guys were able to both walk away with a podium finish, man. So congratulations, and big night for trackside. So finally getting some trackside action up in the booth.
Yeah, it's good to be back up here. Yeah, definitely needed a big points night. This year's kind of been hard on points. I think basically my own fault. I put it into the wall at Dover, like first lap, and then Auto Club, I was running 7th, got a speeding penalty, and big points night, and really needed it.
Well, we are at the halfway point and heading to Richmond coming up next. You got 5 races left. How you feeling about the remaining schedule? Definitely some tough tracks coming your way.
Yeah, Richmond, I'm not too happy about. I'm going to pull up the schedule as quick as I can. Richmond, Watkins Glen, yeah, chalk me up for last place at the road course. And Rockingham, hadn't cut a single lap there. I don't know. We'll see.
It's
Roll the
tough.
dice, I guess. Yeah.
It is extremely tough coming. We've had some fun in the first 5 weeks and saw some great action. The next 5, I believe, are going to test a lot of drivers. But I think you and Ryan are both going to take the challenge, man. And glad we get halfway with you guys in the booth. But before I let you get out of here, you know we're going to leave with the floor is yours.
Yeah. Just like to thank Trey Spears on my team. He was running good too there right before caution, or right before stage, and I think he just spun the tires off the restart and kind of fouled things up there for him. But he was quick all night. Just got caught up in some bad breaks there. Like to shout out Hartney. Last night, I think I ran a total of 40 laps on this track before this race. But Hartney took some time last night after the truck race to coach me through it and taught me shifting into 4th. Seems to be the trick, and I think it worked pretty darn well for that 2nd place finish. So, yeah, those guys, everybody over at the league, obviously you up in the booth, Doovie for being up in the booth while racing. That's impressive. I don't know if I'd be able to keep my composure, but thank you to you guys, and see you next week.
All right, Riley, we'll get you out of here, and we'll see you next week going into Richmond.
Yeah, congrats, brother. Good job.
Thank you, Doobie. Bye.
Well, I think normally I sit here and talk to this guy. I think I'm all talked out. I talked to him last week. We're going to leave the last one for Mr. Golden Horseshoe commenter over here, Rob Duvendak. We'll let you lead this interview as Devin Butchino. Welcome to the booth.
Yeah, we can speed run this, guys. We're racing into Thursday. That last quarter of the race was not pretty, so we can speed run this if you guys want to get to bed.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to speed run yourself out here to Ohio, I got something I need to pull out of the back end of you that I need to borrow for a few weeks.
Dude, it was just a long race, man. The traffic was so bad. I mean, I get the high side worked, but the first 20 laps, guys could just park it on your right side, and we're going back at it in Discord. But 36 pinched me 1 lap, and I was out of the throttle. I mean, I'm out of the throttle, and it sucks me up to him. So we just got caught up in a mess, and then had a bit of a lane change, I think. I wasn't 100% sure, so instead I just took an EOL to serve the penalty, and we stayed out when that big stage wreck happened because we had just pit, and that kind of flipped everything. If we didn't flip everything and get back up front, I can't even imagine. It was so difficult to pass here.
Well, you know, the 99 over here thinks you now have the Golden Horseshoe as you were the last car to pit in, went on a long run, and as you entered and crossed the line, the caution came out, which allowed you to get right back into the lead. And sometimes, man, you need a little bit of luck. But
it's the first time that's ever happened.
I'm telling you, man, it was like perfect timing. But
I tell you what, for someone like you who can't win a race, I mean, I'm glad to see the luck finally go your way. You get that lucky caution to go on and win.
Yeah, we've been on a dry spell. It's been 24 hours.
It's been 24 hours. But, well, like I told Riley and I told Ryan, the same thing applies with you, is that the trend with those top 3, and even Duve, where you could see he got caught in some big major wreck, wasn't able to get his damage fixed, but you guys kept the incident points, all 3 of you in the top 3, at least under 10, which was incredible considering how many points we had tonight, man. And I think that went a long way. You were extremely fast, especially on the restarts. I think you may have picked up a trick or two watching David Hartney for a couple laps, and you got faster as the night went on. And if Riley Gomes never got to your side, he was never going to catch up to you. So congratulations, man. Huge win.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Riley was, if we went green to the end there, it would have been different. he was using fourth on exit, and it was just killing me. That's why I had to do the serpentine. I knew if he got next to me, then it'd likely be it. I tried fourth for a couple laps. Car was super uncomfortable. But I hate we got that string of cautions. I really want to race with Riley and Ryan, and their wins are coming very soon in this league. Those guys put in a lot of laps, and it shows. But I hate that we got all the cautions. Would have loved to run that out. But yeah, we're on to Richmond, man. We're on to Richmond. We're past this. It's Thursday. We're eyes forward.
Well, the Dev Sports Cards 100 definitely brought a ton of action. I told Hartney he's going to have a lot to talk about in tomorrow's show. I don't know if he has enough airtime, but he's got a lot of clips he's going to have to pull, and I know he's going to be really busy with race control. But we'll make it quick, even though I don't have to go to work. It's spring break, and well, Rob just doesn't go to work. So you might be the only one that's got to go, but you know how we're going to leave off, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys staying late. We did a really good job last week, and this is just a tough track, aero-wise, 1 and 3 especially. So appreciate you guys, everything you do. Broadcast looks great as always. I appreciate everyone watching. Yeah, Dev Sports Cards, Morse Customs, Level Up Subs. Sounds weird. New Craft Fine Jewelry and Design. I want to say I got 4 of my X from, I accidentally just overdrove, got in the back of the 58. I think it was James. So if you're watching, James, I do apologize. But yeah, just shout out to my parents, my mom, my dad, my girlfriend, Kaylee. I appreciate them supporting me doing this. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't enjoy it like we do. So I appreciate you guys.
Well, Dev, we have reached the halfway point. As of now, 5 races done, 5 to go, and the schedule is about to get hard. So
That it is.
Buckle up. It's about to be a long ride. I think it's going to be an exciting ride. But, man, it's been a long night. We'll get out of here next week. We head to Richmond, man. But, again, congratulations and maintaining that points lead. So
yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys.
All right, brother. We'll catch you in the garage here.
Yeah, have a good one.
And that was Mr. Devin Butchino coming in, our back-to-back race winner. Had a good night in the trucks, able to get it done here in the Next Gen. Next week, heading to Richmond, same time as always. That's going to be next Wednesday. Tomorrow, we have the SCSRA broadcasting, or live. I'm broadcasting, SCSRA live. And that's going to be with David Hartney. And then tune in Monday as ASR switching over from Xfinities to trucks. And they're going to start all over again with Daytona. So next week's going to be a challenging week for all leagues. And it's going to be a heck of a broadcasting week, man. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, and we're hitting our midway point as well for our regular season. So we're going to see stuff over there on Monday night start kicking up a notch. And guys are going to start getting a little bit more desperate now that we're down to 5 races left before the playoffs. So it should be exciting on Monday.
I couldn't agree. And you're starting to see it up here. It's starting to get a little bit more dicey as time is running out. 5 races seems like a long ways to go. 5 weeks, they got plenty of time. But in reality, a win gets them in and everything else is going to be points. These guys are going to battle it out to the end. But until then, me, Rob Dervadak, we are out of here until next week. Thank you all for tuning in. And if you haven't already, like and follow. And we will catch y'all Monday.
Y'all have a good night.